Good morning to all that are watching. I am your host, Jordan Allen, and this is the second episode of Who's Watching Anyway podcast. I'm with my good friend, Jack Vanderpool here. You want to say something, buddy?
Hello, thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming.
Oh, yeah, I'd say. How you feeling today? You feel well rested or what?
I'm feeling greatly rested. Got up this morning, give a friend a ride, and then called him, and he's like, I don't ride anymore. Woke up early.
If you're comfortable with name dropping, who's that?
His name was Phillips.
Phillips. Oh, my God. I would want to talk about what just happened recently.
Oh, yeah.
You know about the story with that?
I know about the story with that. We can talk about it's actually, I think it's kind of my fault.
It's kind of your fault?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
So he was,
Thank you for the monster, by the way.
So he was on watch, and he was like, what do I do if I see awesome?
Okay.
Him being the new guy, I was like, oh, you gotta grab it and take Esdo.
Okay.
And then here we are a month later.
So, wait, he actually believed you that he had to grab it and take it to the
I think
Esdo?
he knew I was joking,
Okay.
but at the same time, I don't know if he.
So he actually tried it.
I think so.
Severely got punished for it. Oh my God! I saw it on somebody's story that it was in the log.
Yeah,
That he got he had to go to the ER.
yeah, he's fine. He got tested. He doesn't have rabies or anything.
Okay, that's good. That's good for him. I gotta get him on. I'm sure he's gonna want to talk about a bunch of shit.
He's a talker dude. He'll talk forever.
I'm sure he's got a lot. You know, actually, one thing before we start covering some topics, there was one thing. If there's one thing I actually want to cover, we discussed this the other night when we went to Mercado's room. Dude, I want to start brand dealing his drink.
Brand dealing?
Mm-hmm. And there's 151 slime. I want to make
51 slime.
Yeah, I want to make that a thing.
It's a pretty good drink. People have been, making things with Curacao for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you could brand that, but
Is that because it has like other alcohol in it that's already branded?
yeah, the only thing you can you can't brand a cocktail.
Really? I want to say I don't want to disagree, but like I know they have they have some, like, if you're talking about like branding your own cocktails, I mean, dude, like,
But you can make
the-
vodka cranberries and put them in a can and slap your name on it and
true.
call it a brand. You're not gonna be able to stop other people.
True. Oh yeah, that's because I'm thinking like, what brand was it that I saw? They have it was like a cocktail like in a can, and they had them at like the gas stations and such. So I was thinking, like, I think somebody mentioned it. You have to have like a liquor license to be able to like sell your own alcohol. Which I mean, obviously I don't even know how much that costs. I'm sure I can look it up later, but I feel like that'd be. See, the only thing I don't know that, like, what kind of things he would run into is like the investment of it, like having to buy the bottles, like making it like a good brand. You know what I mean? To like actually be able to sell it to people, because you're gonna have to buy the bottles, you're gonna have to like print the stickers. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to buy the alcohol to actually make it, and then, you know what I mean, like then put it in the bottles and then give it to people. But then you're pretty much selling yourself short, because most alcohols they're not being. I mean, I'm sure you can find like cheap alcohol. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking something probably like $20 for like a bottle. 25, 30. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think he would be able to sell it for 50, and get away with it.
For a bottle of like pre-made alcohol?
Yeah, like his 151 slime, like actually having the mixture and then like having it in a bottle, like printed sticker and everything ready to go, like completely done. I feel like he'd only get away with like selling it for like 20, 30 bucks.
What he could do is he could like all the juices and stuff. Gets down to like a science, like 20% of this drink, so on and so forth. Sell that, and then that way you don't need a liquor license. Sell everything without the liquor. What they do with like margarita mix and stuff,
That's true. Fair point. Well, because most of the stuff he's using is already branded too. So I don't know if that's just reselling. What is it, affiliate marketing?
He's just a
What is
guy
that?
making drinks.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
he is.
cool, man. I mean, I think there's a course you got to take for mixology. I think my little sister, I don't know what she's up to now or what she wants to do, but I remember my mom told me she wants to get into mixology. And I think there's like a 6 month course for like bartending or whatever. And they have like a whole like the whole class. Like, dude, I heard this shit was like it was badass. Like they had a whole class that has like a full bar already, and they teach you how to make drinks, and like I'm sure they go through the other processes too. But when she told me about it, I'm like, holy shit, like that's cool. And
it's something you can get really into. It's a lot of fun to do.
Mm-hmm. Like baristas make a lot too.
When I was like started mixing drinks when I was little, I wouldn't drink them or no. My mom she'd like teach me how to make a couple drinks. Have like friends over and have me bartend for them.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird, but I got pretty into it.
Should have started charging your mom's friends. That'd be good. So a couple things we want to cover today, as you see on the screen. What's going on with E3 2022, dude? What's the news?
I just looked it up. It was canceled.
It was canceled. They give reasons why.
I didn't look into any reasons why. They just said it was canceled, and they're saying that it's gonna do a bigger one in summer of 2020.
Oh, okay. Damn, next year we gotta wait another year.
Gotta wait another year, but I know we have word on some new Star Wars games coming out.
Star Wars?
Star Wars games coming out.
Like what? You got any titles or what?
I think they're remaking the Old Republic.
Oh,
they're
really?
doing like a refinish of that, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Interesting.
Really good RPG. Then called Star Wars Eclipse.
Eclipse, okay.
It's made by the same people that did like Heavy Rain.
Okay. I haven't heard of that title. Not having to do with Fallen Order or anything. What style of game is it? Do you know? For Eclipse.
Supposed to be like a storytelling.
Okay.
You know, like those. I imagine it's gonna be pretty close to those Walking Dead games.
Oh, like a Telltale game?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
I don't know. It's not gonna be like Telltale style or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be storytelling.
That's cool. That's really interesting. We haven't seen something like that yet. At least as far as I know. But Old Republic, dude. I remember I saw cutscenes like on YouTube and stuff. I'm like, dude, like, is this a game or is this like an animated movie? And then like I wound up looking into it, and it's like the Old Republic. I looked into the actual gameplay. I'm like, it was not anything what I was expecting from the cutscenes and such.
15 years old. It looks like trash.
Yeah, looks like RuneScape, but with lightsabers.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I mean, what else we got? You mentioned something about
I'm excited.
Zelda or what?
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited for Starfield, and I want to use Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
As to what I think we should be expecting.
Okay.
From large games.
Right. Like Breath of the Wild 2?
Breath of the Wild 2, I'm pretty excited for that one.
I am too.
I know that's coming out.
Oh boy.
But just
that's gonna be a good game.
Breath of the Wild in terms of large scale freedom.
Right.
Did everything so right.
Absolutely.
And
I played that game 3 times. So good. Back to back.
And for a big game company to not look at that and be like, oh, this is now the standard.
Mm-hmm. That is true though. They really did set the standard. Like they set that bar kind of high.
Yeah.
By the time, what was it, 2018 when Breath of the Wild first came out?
Well, here's the story of Nintendo. Nintendo had the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like Zelda games.
True. Yeah.
Amazing game.
I loved Wind Waker as a kid. When it got remastered for the Wii U, oh boy.
And then
so much fun.
Nintendo made the Wii, and they were just making trash. Besides Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy was fire.
Besides that, absolute garbage. It just, out of nowhere, Nintendo Switch, bam, like out of left field, bitch slap.
That is true. I remember. So first I want to cover, what do you think? Mario Galaxy 1 or 2? Which one do you think?
They're both pretty good games.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Galaxy 2, it felt just like didn't take any steps back. It was just
minor improvements. Yeah, I agree. I like the how they added Yoshi in there. I think Mario Galaxy 2, I felt like was like you said, I couldn't agree more. It was more like a step up. It was a lot more playful. It was a lot more colorful, I think. But Mario Galaxy 1 is just set in my heart, dude. It was such a good game all the way through. I played on when they released the All-Star rendition of the game where it had Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. That was the game I played on Testa. I played I played Galaxy, and I finished it before we left. But, damn, there was another point I wanted to say earlier. You hear anything about Pokemon Scarlet Witch? Or Scarlet Witch, okay. All right. Scarlet and Violet?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've never played a Pokemon game.
Sir.
Everyone gives me the same look every time.
Really?
I've never seen a Pokemon game. I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings? Dude, you are a walking piece of irony.
I really am.
To watch I would feel like that was guaranteed.
Exactly. People just assume, and I don't know what to tell them. People think I'm messing with them.
Right. For real. I thought you were messing with me. Good lord. You never played a single Pokemon game.
Okay, so when I was in high school, did a program or Chromebook, laptop, OS, complete garbage. So I of course I got an emulator on it.
Yep, of course.
Give me a computer in school.
Yeah.
So I got Pokemon Yellow, and
solid.
I remember playing that. I developed a strategy of having a bunch of Pidgeys, have them use Sand Attack, which is the accuracy. Lower their accuracy to where they couldn't hit me.
Wow. It's such a busted tactic, but it works.
Yeah, it worked, and then I just got bored. I kind of ruined it for myself.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you know Ben Allison?
Yeah.
Him and Nick, they love Pokemon, and it's great. I love talking to them about it because that was my shit growing up. My favorite game ever was Pokemon Black. If you ever get a chance to play it, please do. It's probably it's a good mix between old gen, you know what I mean, where it has the pixelated kind of stuff going on, but it has a little bit. It was literally the bridge between Diamond and X and Y. It had the moving animations, but it has great story. It's a great introduction. I feel like those who have never played, like yourself, I feel like that it's a great game to play.
Yeah, good starting game.
I would say so. Yeah, it's a good one. But I don't. There's one thing I mentioned to Gabe earlier today. Is that there's really no games that actually intrigue me anymore. It's sad because I used to play video games for my life growing up, but now I can't. I've yet to find. Hopefully with this next E3 or whatever they got planned going on at these game companies, hopefully there's something that's worth playing. I like the single player games, but the meta now is just online, massive multiplayer, COD, Fortnite, all that stuff.
Well, I've been getting into older games and just either modding them or playing them as is. Big Star Wars guy, so Jedi Academy games the Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy and Jedi Outcast. Those are probably my favorite Star Wars games.
What do you think about Squadrons?
To date, Star Wars Squadrons.
Did you ever play it?
That's something I would want a joystick and throttle.
That makes sense.
I played it on my friend's PS4, and I was I need throttle.
Yeah.
As good as it
can. Because I heard my roommate actually he played it, but he was playing on keyboard and mouse, and from the looks of it looked difficult, dude. On keyboard and mouse, it didn't look too appealing. But I would say I don't know, because I had Lego Star Wars 3 on the 3DS, and there's a couple aspects where you're doing the starship fights or whatever. But then I saw in Squadrons it's all you're doing. I could not find that appealing at all.
Lego Star Wars game?
Oh,
looks clean.
The Skywalker saga?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember I saw that. What was it 2020? I think when I saw the trailer for it, and I was actually hyped because it was the complete saga, but it was just super HD. And they had, they added some things here and there and blah, blah, blah. But it looked good. That would probably be another Lego game I'd actually play by myself.
That's really good because TT Games was about to go down under before they released that. Yeah.
Wow.
They were hurting bad.
That makes sense. I mean, they hadn't come up with a Lego game in a long time.
They've been coming out with Lego games, but they're not. Obviously, Lego Star Wars is always be there.
Oh, yeah. And Batman. I feel like Lego Batman...
Lego Indiana Jones, all of them, they're all really good games, but when you have a company that only makes games, it's pretty limited.
Yeah, it's true.
You want to make like a GTA and Lego City
Yeah.
knockoff.
Picking up their coins instead of wads of cash. What about what was that one that they had come out with where you could have the portal, like you know what I'm talking about, where they had like the Lego figurines and you could put them on the portal, and then you'd be able to play around, and they had like a whole bunch of like DLC and stuff for it.
Like amiibos with Lego.
Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about?
Doesn't sound like it would do too. I've not heard
I feel
of
like
it.
it did. What was that game? That's actually kind of like pissing me off a little bit. But anyway, I don't know. My brothers and sister, they love that game. And then I don't know. I found it really odd that they had like Lego Sonic the Hedgehog in there, and you were actually playing like modern gen like Sonic games, but as like a Lego figurine of Sonic. Like it was so like it was tripping me out because like I didn't know what to think.
Probably better than a lot of Sonic games out today.
Dude, Sonic Forces. First of all, okay, I'd like to mention that I bought it for $20, and then the next month it was free for PlayStation Plus, and the play time was only like half an hour.
You still playing Sonic Forces, man? It's all about Sonic Black Knight.
You know what?
That's the meta.
That was. I only witnessed that game. That is the one Sonic game I've never played. Everything else I played.
It's the one Sonic game.
The one Sonic game. Sonic.
It's bad. It does not work.
Really?
No.
Same thing with Secret Rings, dude. Like I saw like a couple of clips on TikTok where like people were just going ham on Sonic and the Secret Rings, and I'm like, dude, I remember my experience from playing that game. And good lord, that was the most difficult Sonic game I've ever laid hands on. I couldn't even get to like the first level. I was like, I'm so done with this game. I don't even want to touch it. But Sonic Generations, though, I feel like was the best Sonic game of all time.
My favorite memory of Sonic isn't even of a Sonic game. It's the Sonic Kid. You've seen him on YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When will you learn?
Yeah. When will you learn? Yeah. Your actions have consequences. Yeah. I remember
That changed my life. First time I saw him.
Good stuff. Moving topics here.
Yeah.
You want to move on to Andrew Tate and what's going on with him?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I've seen some of his stuff going through Instagram and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some pretty out there things.
Mm-hmm.
He says a lot of things that also make sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel like you're a lot more into it than I am.
Yeah.
So
10 supercars, 15 mansions.
I think you should throw some of his quotes at me. I'm gonna tell you if I agree.
Some of the things like, so yeah, I watch a lot of his stuff pretty consistently. I just picked up on some of the principles he talks about. One thing being traditional marriage. I think it's definitely dying in the West. Well, primarily like America, and sometimes like I'm sure somewhere in Europe too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in America, like obviously we're dealing with it because we're here. You know what I mean? We see that pretty often. But the idea of traditional marriage is so
alien.
Yeah, nowadays it's I don't know how to explain it. It's pretty simple to explain. I'm just trying to put it into words. I don't know, hookup culture. Hookup culture is so bad, especially like for our age range right now, dude. Like obviously, okay, first of all, disclaimer, if you're on Tinder at all, please don't ever. This is for everybody who watching, you Jack too. I don't give a shit.
I'm on Tinder.
If you are on Tinder at all, please don't go in there expecting you to find your fucking wife or your husband, please, because like there's so many times where I've dealt with it multiple times where I've had you get led on a bunch or you want to go meet up somebody, you know what I mean, and then they wind up canceling on you last minute, or you actually do wind up going further than just talking. You guys wind up like hanging out, and then they ghost you, and then you try to like. You don't have the closure of like what the hell just happened. You know what I mean? Like we were talking, we had something good, and then you just disappear off the face of the planet. And
That happens to me forever. I was about to delete it last night. I got a match.
Okay.
I hit her up. I set up a date this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at you go.
So I'm pretty happy about that. We're just gonna watch a movie, go get dinner. You know, it's pretty standard date stuff. I'm not like I don't participate in hookup culture.
That's good.
Partially because I'm a loser.
No.
Also, I don't believe in it. You know, it's just like, why would I sleep with 100 people?
Because my thing is like, if you're gonna participate in hookup culture, why not just go to the club or something? You know what I mean? Just get like the one night stand kind of thing. Don't waste your time trying to text somebody or you find somebody attractive, you swipe right on them, you have maybe the 0.02%. You know, actually, hold on. Quick statistic. I might be a little off by this, but I think
Making these numbers up.
no. I know I've seen it before. I just don't remember the exact numbers. But when it comes to male female ratio of like who swipes on who, it's like I think it's 80% of men like swipe right more. Like no. Men swipe right like 40 times more than women do. Like it's some weird ass statistic. Someone can quote me. You can trash me in the comments or whatever. I don't care. But like obviously it's pretty much common sense. Like the dudes are gonna swipe right because that's pretty much what we're here on the planet for. You know what I mean? That's our biological mechanics. We're here to reproduce and we fucking die. You know what I mean? But when it comes to females and now the culture of it nowadays is like everyone a queen, everyone are queens. They're all brave, they're all independent woman who needs no man but chooses to have one anyway, kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say anything, but I am going to definitely shake my head.
Right. Yeah. It's tragic, man. Like if anyone has witnessed Sneeko on YouTube or have seen him on TikTok,
Go avocado.
no, Sneeko.
Nico.
Sneeko. He's been taking the internet by storm too because he reacted to a couple of like Andrew Tate stuff, but most of his content that he really got popular for as of recently was is a channel on YouTube. It's called It's Complicated, and what they do is they're pretty much on the strip of Vegas, and they're asking women like questions that you don't think about, like I don't know, the one that really stuck with me is like who between male and females who has the best self-improvement qualities. The three females said like women, and then he was like, okay, so what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? They all said 10. How do you do that? How do you say you have the
how do you look someone in the eyes and say I am the perfect human?
Right, but then say you have the better self-improvement qualities when you rate yourself as perfect. What's the point in that? That's contradictory.
What does that mean, like self-improvement qualities?
Like humility, I guess you could say, right? Like being humble. You know what I mean? Like hard to rate myself. I wouldn't say I'm a 10. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know I'm not bad looking, but I'm not.
I know I'm a solid 7.5.
Right, but see, we can admit that though. You know what I mean? Because we're honest and we understand and we're humble, right? But then you have it's the entitlement though. That's the shit that pisses me off. Is like, how are you going to sit here? Like, you're going to immediately assume that you are better than everyone else.
Playing from Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G.
That was quite unfortunate. Sorry about that. Well, yeah, it's the entitlement that is what pisses me off because, damn, I had to backtrack. You're gonna sit here and tell me in my face that. Just prime example, okay? Just recently, I was talking to a chick on Tinder, right? And she says, what was it that I said? I know, like, it's a super good example. Because I guess I learned how to talk to people for once, which is crazy. I asked her pretty much like what she's looking for. She said, "I'm not looking for anything. What's meant to happen will happen. What's meant to be mine will be mine." So I like the confidence. So with that being said, are you still exploring your options? She said, "I'm not. I don't know if I'm exploring my options is the way I'd say it, but I just haven't found anyone that I vibe with completely." I said, "I can agree. What are some issues that you're facing?" I'll begin. I find myself consistently being led on. That's a thing. I'm very affectionate. You know what I mean?
Happens a lot.
Without
that's
simping. You know what I mean?
That's a good statement. You're not saying, "Hey, I'm into." It's like, "Hey, my past on this app.
Mm.
If you're gonna do that, fuck it." Tough.
Yeah, and she says, "I don't really have issues, but I like my independence and freedom. I'm also very busy, and I tend to ghost a lot, not just guys, but everyone. I like to prioritize myself." So, I mean, yeah, and I said, that's respectful depending on how you look at it. I do as well. However, I value, like, intimate connection. I appreciate, talking, communication. I don't think it'd be a good thing to... I don't think it's good to talk on a consistent basis. basis, like every single day. I've dealt with it for such a long time, dude. It was good morning, how are you? How'd you sleep? Oh, slept good. How about you? Good. I'm going to work now. I'll talk to you soon. Boom. Hey, why didn't you call me at lunch? Okay, that's my fault. I'll call you now. Boom. You call, you talk, and then you get home, and then you guys like for me, I wouldn't say I had to, but it was pretty much like a mutual understanding that like once I got off work, I had to hop on PS4 and shit, and we had to FaceTime kind of thing. And then we had nothing to fucking talk about.
I'm saying that's not a relationship.
Yeah, I
Making
agree.
that person a routine of your day.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that's what a relationship is. They like that routine.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's nice. And when I was in high school, yeah, it was nice. Blah, I'm in high school.
Yep.
But that's not fun.
Not after fucking dude. Not after like.
Like meet up twice a week. It's gonna make it so much more meaningful.
Yeah, I feel like
Time.
long distance is a lot harder than what a lot of people think. It's definitely possible. My parents have told me if it's gonna work, it's gonna work. You know what I mean? With them being, enlisted before, they had, they were always separated at some point or another. You know what I mean? So like to that point, I understand. Obviously, if you want to make it work, you're gonna make it work. But with our age range and what's going on with this, with our generation, I don't think a lot of people are understanding like how to do that. I think they're just with me. I mean, I had an engagement last year, and after the first month, me being on the boat, she broke it off. And of course, I'm gonna ask why. Why the fuck are you gonna break off an engagement? You know what I mean? And then, I mean, sure, more power to you. If that's your decision, that's pretty much what I told her. I said, like, if it's your decision, it's your decision. I'm not gonna stop you, And then, oh, I just can't do this, like this whole long distance thing, blah 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 blah. Okay, whatever. I get it. You know what I mean? I feel like, sure, it's okay to, like, if you're not mentally prepared for something like that, especially like if you lived in one set location for your entire life thus far. I come from a Navy family, so I've moved everywhere before. You know what I mean? I've lived in 5 states throughout my entire life, 6 now.
What state do you say you?
Honestly, I think due to mental development, like, I feel like middle school is like a very crucial time in your life. Yeah. So I reside with Maryland the most because that's where a lot of the big steps really went in. Like that's when really I had my first girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like I made really good friends. I went from elementary school to middle school and then high school there. You know what I mean?
Off the first.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to explore the area around me. I got to hang out with my friends out. Not without permission, but it was like I got to hang out with like friends outside of school a lot more consistently, especially when they live nearby. Yeah, exactly. And then when I moved to Florida, it's just the same shit. Now then I got my first job. I got my first, my first phone. Well, my first like really good phone that like I paid for myself. You know what I mean? Like that is kind of just like your transition from like adolescence to adulthood. You know what I mean? Or teenagehood, I guess you could say. But yeah, it was. I feel like Maryland was probably my most consistent time. Now, what you had?
I grew up in Kentucky.
Okay.
So very small schools.
Mhm.
My school was one building. It was K through 12.
Wow.
Kindergarten through senior year. I went to that school for 13 years. Kindergarten through.
Damn, boy.
I went straight from there to the Navy, right?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say something. My school was like 98% white.
Yeah.
There was one black family in that entire school.
One?
Yeah, there was like
Holy shit.
Yeah. So in like a graduating class of like 128, you have like as a whole like 5 or 10 minorities. If that's a good way to say it.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I like grew up like predominantly eating mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And I came to boot camp and I was like, wow, there are other people in this world.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it was a very big transition for me.
Mhm.
It was nice. I really liked it. I liked the culture shock.
Yeah.
It was very welcome.
Very well said. I like that. Interesting you say that though. I'm trying to think if I ever had a situation of like a culture shock, because I feel like yeah, I've seen every bit of the rainbow, everywhere.
Back to the dating scene.
Yeah.
Dude, what is with that?
Holy shit, dude! Oh my god, like that is the one thing that like pisses me off, dude. Like
I'm at the point where I get up and leave.
Yeah, I mean, as you should, right?
They're more than like 5-10 minutes on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta send a text. You guys.
Right.
I don't care. You're scrolling through Instagram, trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Here's the check. Go use the bathroom.
Yeah. At least give me the respect of like being in the same room with me. You know what I mean? Like, don't. Oh my god, dude! How many dates there have been where they're just on their phone the whole time? I'm like, yo, you want to go do something? Sure. Where do you want to go? I don't know. It's up to you. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you really? Yeah. Like, I feel like you're better at than I am because I give way too many chances. But I
stopped giving chances a
I
while ago.
stopped, luckily. But absolutely, dude, like when it was prominent, that's the point where I was hurting myself a lot more than I was doing any good. I gave too many chances. Oh, you want to try to set something up? Okay, sure. What do you want to do? I don't know. Okay, where do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't know if I'm hungry or not. Okay, that's when, like, as of recently, thank you, Andrew Tate. Where now I'm making decisions. If you don't know what you want, then we're gonna go do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't want to do this. Then maybe you should have fucking said that.
Looking up.
Yeah, you should have fucking said something. Because why the fuck am I gonna waste my time? You know what I mean? Trying to set something up to spend time with you, but then you don't want to spend time with me just because it's inconvenient. What is it?
If you enjoy who you're with, you're not gonna care.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna run some errands. I got a Showback certification. I got a frame, right? You're coming with me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to go mini golfing? Then all right, we're running errands.
See, there's one thing I've actually transitioned to, when trying to set something up with females, or women in general, I guess you could say. Females sound so degrading, but whatever. Women, right? Is trying to set up like coffee dates or like beach picnics or something. Like something that like kind of forces you to talk to the other person.
Coffee dates.
Yeah.
You could just sit down. It could take minutes. It could take 3 hours.
Yeah.
I had this girl from my old high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was back home recently. I hit her up. I was like, "Hey, I'm in town. We haven't talked a couple of years. Let's go get a coffee." Like, all right. And it wasn't a day. We were just hanging out as friends, but
yeah.
It was one of the better experiences.
Yeah.
Neither of us were on our phones at all.
Yeah.
It was just divine.
Just face-to-face value. It's great. See, like, that's one thing I wanted to shout out to all the guys too. Is like, please don't get into don't fall into the stereotype of, hey, you want to go watch a movie? Do you want to go eat? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know that's what you're doing tonight. That wasn't a stab at you, but I feel like going to the movies. I feel like going to the movies is like, there's no intimacy. You're like, sure, you're maybe establishing like close physical.
So for me,
like space, I guess you could say.
The plan is right.
Movie
then dinner.
Right.
Go watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
After that dinner, movie's the talking point.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you didn't like.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good business model. I like it, because that's been my advertising or advertisement, I guess you could say, is like the coffee dates or the beach picnic, because it's like forcing, not forcing in a bad way, but it's like getting out and actually talking to the person, spending quality time without like
you're putting pressure on them to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
To get to know them.
Yeah, because another point I wanted to make about like, if you're strictly just going to the movies and that's it, first of all, you're probably going to be the one paying, first of all. Second of all, same thing with dinner too. I'm heavily against paying for the dinner on the first date. I'm 100% against that. Because
can you
yeah, because I mean, if we go on this first date and I don't like you or you don't like me, I'm not going to pay for your dinner. If that's not
It's gonna depend if I like the person or not.
Yeah,
If I take you out to dinner and you're on
Yeah.
your phone the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting both bills.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck you. Yeah.
yeah, and you gotta find a
shit.
ride home.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
else?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't expect the female to. I don't expect the woman to pay for me either. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna expect something from you that I wouldn't expect for myself. I mean, so if I'm not going to buy.
That alarm.
That was my towel in the dryer. But I'm not gonna pay. Like, if I did not have a good experience, I don't think it was worth paying for your. Like, sure, it's chivalrous. You know what I mean? It's kind to pay for the dinner, but I'm trying to get away from the cultural expectation of the man having to buy everything. You know what I mean?
Saying you don't like hookup culture.
Mm-hmm.
You're also saying, because that's how a lot of dates were since the beginning of dates in like 1860,
Or since forever, yeah, whatever.
Dating's actually a fairly recent thing.
Really, just
Look at it, because
actually, yeah, you're right. Now that I think
used to
about
be like
it,
arranged marriages and shit. And it's like,
yeah, traditional marriage.
I'll give you this goat if you got her, and they're like, all right, yeah, that's fine.
I'll give you these beans for that cow of a daughter. No, I'm sorry, man.
These beans for that cow.
Yeah, because I just don't think. For one thing, I don't get paid a lot. First of all, second of all, with that being said, I'm not gonna waste $60 on a good dinner. You know what I mean? Especially if you're
Want a free meal?
Yeah,
Not even going to Red Lobster.
I'm going to McDonald's, bitch. What the fuck? I'm not fucking. I ain't taking no goddamn Ruth Chris on the first date and then me pay for it just because you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like you and others are picking up on what I'm saying. I'm not. No.
It's very a lot of. It goes back to that whole thing, like women being entitled.
Mm-hmm.
Expect
Exactly.
free meal.
Yeah, you bring nothing to the table, and you expect everything to be done for you. No.
But if it's an established relationship,
absolutely. If you're my girl, I'm gonna pay for you. That's what I'm gonna do. But if it's just like a one-time date thing, and I don't like the experience, and I don't anticipate ever seeing you again, fuck no. I'm not gonna give you a free meal. The fuck? I can't. This is gonna sound super off the wall. Thank you, Andrew Tate. Like, if I'm not getting any sort of sexual interaction post, date, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like it's gonna be worth it. Like,
okay, so like prostitution.
Okay. Well, actually, hold on. You're onto something because
I know I'm onto something.
Right.
That's what you just described.
Yeah, because the It's Complicated channel that I was talking about earlier, he brings up that point too. One of his videos, he talks about like the culture of dating, and if like, do you think a man or woman should participate in courtship prior to any sexual interaction? And you know what I'm saying by like courtship?
Yeah, like marriage.
Not necessarily. It's like setting up, like having arranged dates, a certain amount of dates before you have access to this pussy. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that.
That's how I am with my penis.
Right.
If we're like 2 dates in, and I like you, you're getting pounded. Right?
Hey, if the first date goes well, if it goes well enough.
I'm not a first date kind of guy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I don't hoe around.
That's true. Okay, respectable. Maybe that's where we might differ.
Throwing shit at you now.
Okay. All right.
Movie date, bad idea.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just Sneeko and Andrew, man. They really put it out there, and all of it is so true, but nobody wants to admit it. You know what I mean? It's like
it is true, and we have such a cultural
disconnect.
It's not even a disconnect. It's a cultural expectation. When something's out of the norm, you're gonna automatically go, "Oh, that's not right.
Yeah,
not normal."
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Once you break out of that shell, it's very easy, and how you do that is really up to you. For a while, I was just not religious.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm gonna go see what the Church of Satan is all about, and I was reading up on it. I was like, don't sound that bad.
Yeah. And a lot of people, when you say that, though, are gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Date Satan? You pray to Satan?" No, I don't.
I heard that. What is it? Satanism, or what's the proper context?
There's There's TST, which is the Satanic Temple, right?
Okay.
That's who I looked up, and I was like, you guys just like they believe in science, they believe in rights,
Yeah.
human ethics. And if it's against the law, if it's ethical,
yeah, fuck yeah,
like try to stop it. It's in your own hands. Your life is in your. And there's like the Church of Satan. I haven't heard much about them, but I know that they're a little bit more out there.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I like.
At least I think I haven't read anything about them. I don't want to make any assumptions.
Yeah. Because there's like two things that I've heard about it. So like, you have like satanics. Like, I feel like if I do a little more research, I feel like that's like kind of the more extreme, like radical side of shit. You know what I mean? Like the crazy.
Yeah, you have the satanics and you have the.
Yeah.
And there's a difference.
Yeah, because I think the opposite point though, right? I think from what I was told, I know this was like years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I heard that like there was a misconception about Satanism. Like it's actually like the religious study of like naturalism, like the like Mother Earth, you know what I mean, like natural mechanics, like natural ethics, like you were saying, right? But then you have like the Satanists that are like sacrificing goats and shit.
You have to think about it. So when Christianity was coming into
fruition,
what they were doing is they were just assimilating pagans. That's all they were doing. That's why Easter is a thing with all the eggs and stuff. Easter would not be a holiday if it wasn't a pagan.
Yeah. I agree.
So when the Romans did the same thing. If you're not a Roman, then you're a barbarian.
True.
If you're not Christian or Catholic, then you're satanic and evil.
Yeah.
They built up these bad guys. Bad guys.
Yeah.
That's why Islam for a long time was seen as like same God, same first. Yeah, it's the Old Testament.
Yeah.
A lot of things in the Old Testament that I don't agree with, and I don't think anyone could agree with. But, it's their religion.
So let me ask you a question then. So there's a culture thing going on right now too, in modern day, that people are in and out of religions. So they agree with some things, but then they don't agree with others. You know what I mean? Or like, do you know that there's a thing called like there's a group that was made I don't know how long ago, but it was like twerking for Jesus. I think it was like a hashtag or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Hold on. From what I understand of like Christianity, I'm agnostic. So I'm not specific to one religion.
Right.
I do believe there's a higher power. I just don't put a name on it. I believe in the natural causes and natural reasons of everything that happens. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? But what I understand from like Christianity, I respect Christianity though, because I feel like the Bible, there's a whole culture war going on with what if it was a real story, if it wasn't, blah blah blah. I don't care. I think from my understanding of it, it's the principles of it. It's being don't fuck up your neighbor. You know what I mean? Don't be a pedophile type shit. You know what I mean? It's just like
if you're gonna read the Bible, take it literally.
Yeah. I feel like it's your fault.
I don't think that's what Christianity was ever supposed to be.
Yeah. I feel like it's just like morals and principles that you should follow to be a good person.
Before the internet, how do I?
Yeah.
What do I do in a tough situation? All you had was the Bible, and the Bible was like, okay, cool. I can relate to David in this situation. Or John or whatever. It's what it is, and we look at human philosophy. You need a spiritual prowess to be as mentally healthy as you can. Christianity is a very, very common one. It's a very easy one to do because it's very, very easy to take it literally. But at the same time, you look at it for what it is: stories and morals.
Yeah.
To help guide your life.
Yeah, it's given like I wouldn't say false, but like like examples, like, hey, this is what. Okay, so let's take this guy. His name is blank. He does this. This is what happened to him. Here's a lesson to learn from it. I feel like that's what it should be, or how it should be interpreted, right?
Here's Kyle. Kyle raped a goat.
Right.
Kyle got AIDS.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Exactly.
Like, oh, wow. Okay.
Quite literally. See, I think one thing I've like recently discovered. So I got back into reading a lot too. So I just finished Everything Is Fucked, a book about hope.
Looking at your books up there, they seem pretty nice.
Yeah.
Dad, Poor Dad, Complete Guide.
Mhm. That was something on the boat. It was a little gimmick I had. I'm still interested in it. I love drawing. You know what I mean? I have a crazy imagination. So I love just putting my thoughts down. I had a whole storyline written. I'm like 3 chapters in. I just haven't like hand drawn any of it yet. But I have a whole like crazy shit. That's probably like a
For this
conversation.
podcast, usually.
Yeah. I got plenty, bro. But one thing with Everything Is Fucked though is that like I love reading philosophy. Philosophy is so like it is mind-boggling to me how words on a page can change your mindset, which is insane to me. So like if you ever want to, I'll lend you the book if you want, but Everything Is Fucked. Dude, there's so many good points when it talks about Mark Manson is the author. He talks about religion for a good chunk of the book and like what the natural phenomenon is of it. You know what I mean? It's like if you're obviously like the radical extreme side is like if you're not me then you're them. You know what I mean? Or if not me then them. And that's what's happening in a lot of today's like culture or like our society nowadays, right? It's like society, but talks about like interpersonal religions, you have ideological religions, and then you have spiritual religions. Spiritual religions, pretty much it's like your guide. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know what I mean, where everyone was fucking starving and shit and death and plague and swarms and flooding and shit, you know what I mean? They didn't have you more than likely. I mean, you know, the life expectancy of humans back then were like 30, 40 years old. You know what I mean? So where you were born, you're most likely going to work that land and you were going to die on that land. So what they had back then was, you know, a religion to stand by and in hopes that the next life would be better. You know what I mean? So it pretty much talks about pain is what he's talking about, like how to deal with like modern day pain. You know what I mean? Learning not to how to get rid of it, but how to succumb to it and just get used to it and just make it better. You know what I mean? But
does Mark Manson explore the egg theory at all? That
the egg theory, that sounds oddly familiar. I feel like I read up on it.
So what it is the idea that in all of the universe, there's only one human soul. When you die, you get reincarnated. Like if you were to, you know, have a heart attack and die right now,
this monster might do it.
yeah, you would get you'd get reincarnated like 14th century. Crazy.
Right.
But that's still your soul being reincarnated. Go forwards, backwards in time, and the idea is that you're gonna go until you live free life in the universe, and as you do that, your soul is maturing.
Interesting. Wow. See, it's a good point. There's 2 points I want to talk about. So, first one, when you're talking about like theories, right? He mentions in his book the blue dot effect, right? It was a test conducted by psychologists where the patients would sit in front of a board and they were directed that if you see a blue button, click the blue button. Anything but blue, you know what I mean, you're gonna hit the not blue button, right? So the psychologists at the beginning they would show blue buttons. Obviously they get it right, blah 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 blah, right? As time goes on, they stop showing the blue buttons, and then they only showed the purple buttons, right? But then the human mind would trick itself for the patients to seeing blue, and they would click those buttons and say it was blue. See, but the thing that really shows like what's happening today is the blue dot effect is going on like crazy. It's
Also,
we're in such a good time in human history we're more free, we're more wealthy, we're healthy. You know what I mean? Our life expectancy like doubled in the past like 200 years. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit. So now we're living in such a good time that the blue, right? We're seeing all the blue being the issues. We don't really have any issues anymore. So our brains in modern day are tricking ourselves into finding stuff that is bad. You know what I mean? So as much controversy and conflict that there is going on between like politics and, you know, global wars and shit like that, it's really just because we want to. We don't have to. We really don't need all the shit we have today. You know what I mean? We made it obviously thousands of years ago. We were just living off the land, but now with, you know, industrialism and, you know, modern fucking economy, you know what I mean? A lot of people are just finding shit to be upset about. I think a lot of people would be consistently happy if they just realized what the fuck they had. You know what I mean? Instead of causing problems. I don't want to say it only because, like, I'm not afraid of getting canceled or whatever. There's a second episode. But I feel like that is a huge thing with the LGBTQ community. I feel like that is a huge thing where...
Huge thing, but it's also... They actually have things to be upset about.
Yes,
right?
Yes and no. I would...
A lot of... I understand what she's saying.
Right. Get closer.
My brother being LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's had a boyfriend for like 5, 6 years.
Right.
And
Respectable.
yeah, yeah. It's good. He's vibing. He's chilling. But there's a lot of things for them to be upset about, and at the same time, they have a lot of things to not be upset about.
Right.
So a big part of for me, philosophy. One of the best quotes I ever heard was, "If a lion could speak perfect English, be able to understand." Frame of reference.
True.
Zero. Like if he's talking about like
fair point.
living in the fucking era, you're like, I don't at all. Yeah. So understanding that in different communities around the world, and then get into obviously this whole like gender fluid kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Frankly, I don't care about it.
I 100%.
I'm not gonna. If you say, "Hey, I'm a boy," guess what? You're a boy. I don't care enough about you. I actually care.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
You're
no
happy.
effect on my life, I do not give a fuck.
You're
what
happy.
you
I'm
think.
happy.
Yep.
That's all it needs to be. But a lot of people are like, "No, that's wrong." No. I know that you feel that way.
Yeah.
But they feel this way. They want to identify with that. I have no control.
See, one thing. See, this is where I like this debate going on.
Hold on, but before you say that, I had another thing to add. You talked about like wars and stuff. With life going as well as it is, for war. When you talk about the philosophy of war, right now on a philosophical standpoint,
yeah,
there's more reason for war than anything.
Oh yeah,
because
it
what
comes
war
down to money,
is,
but that's probably a different topic.
The philosophy of war, what that is, you live life differently than I do.
Yeah,
I live life the right way. I'm gonna fight you until you live life my way. That's all war has ever been, and there will be.
Yeah, if not me, then you're them. You know what I mean? So I agree. I do want to stem back a little bit on the what you mentioned earlier about the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna consider myself or classify myself as like traditional, I guess you could say, but how I've seen it just like growing up, you know what I mean? Like, if I've never had an issue with like homosexuals, whatever, right?
Right.
Like as I'm growing up, yeah, I see it. It's become a little bit more often. I remember when fucking LGBTQI 5G plus Ultra 22S was just LGB. I remember that. I mean, that was like, I don't even know, 10 years ago maybe? Like that's still like a crazy amount of change within a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? I never had an issue with that. Sure, I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? So if I have like a really like flirty dude. You know what I mean? I've seen it on the boat multiple times. They would try to hit on me and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really comfortable with that because that's not the team I play for. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't. But I'm not gonna put it past them because I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking sacrifice you at the stake. You know what I mean? Because you're not me. I'm not that type of person. I'm very open-minded. I don't mind talking to anybody that's not straight, I guess you could say, with all whatever they got going on, 27 genders or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand it, and I don't plan to. But one thing I wanted to pin on specifically is like, I feel like there are two different factors to which I agree and disagree with. So I agree, obviously, in the fact that, like, I guess the main point of argument here that I would have is like, I don't think maybe they're blown out of proportion. In my opinion, I feel like they're blown out of proportion a little bit with oppression. I don't think there's much discrimination with what's going on. I don't think there's a lot to be radical about like, if you're not gay, then you're not accepted or whatever, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the super extreme shit they were saying.
A lot of people feel that fight what they think is oppression is with more oppression.
Okay.
What ends up, like, this happened with Black Lives Matter, that whole movement, right?
Yeah.
Statement as a whole, of course, yeah, like, cops should not be shooting innocent people.
Absolutely.
Which they do at a non-0%,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is something to be upset about. But attacking companies and people in general, family businesses.
Broke my heart, man. Like, watching those videos of like what was that? Do you remember seeing that? It was a Black American business owner, and he got his shit torn apart, burned down to the ground, destroyed. And I remember he put out a video. It was like, he's crying on camera, like, yo, this is how I was supporting my family. And y'all, with this whole fucking the radical side of things, you guys are literally destroying the one thing you're trying to fight for. Like, what the fuck is your problem? I 100% agree. Why are you gonna? No one needs to promote violence in that factor. I understand raising awareness, like, that's the whole, like, rallies and protests and stuff like that. I get it. To raise awareness, people need to know. I 100% agree. But when you start destroying shit to prove a point, I feel like you're doing a little too much. You know what I mean? Now, with the LGBT stuff, they're not destroying shit, hopefully. Not
destroying shit, but there's something went down between my brother and my dad.
Really?
A couple weeks back. Because...
Are you comfortable talking about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about it for a little. I won't go into detail. Okay. There's a disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously if you go to a gay pride rally,
right,
don't fucking bring kids.
Oh, thank you. Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a place for children. It was never supposed to be a place for children. Yeah. They're talking about sex very openly. Yeah. That's what it is, right? When you break it down.
100%.
And when you have a sexual pride rally, people bring their kids. There's gonna be like, oh, the LGBT plus community is huge, and like pedophiles, and they're running naked through the streets,
right?
And so a lot of media is trying to make them look really bad. Yeah,
which sucks. That's just what media does, so it's unfortunate.
For no reason, right? Yeah. It's like they didn't do anything wrong. I'm mad at the parents that brought their kids. Right? And my dad looking at the media, it kind of felt like he saw one side of it, and my brother saw the other side, and there's just like there's tension.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, there's gonna be conflict, yeah.
And so, like, me stepping into that as like from a third party perspective, I see where you're coming from completely. I see where you're coming from completely. Yeah, I understand why it's there, but it's very hard for them both to gauge that middle ground.
Yeah, right? I agree.
So the problem isn't with either communities; it's with how it's covered.
I agree.
I think that, in order to get their numbers up or whatever, is doing a lot of things that they shouldn't be.
I really want to hit on that fact of bringing the kids. That was such a good point. Again, another shout out to Sneeko. He had another video talking about it. There was a video of So I forgot what the YouTuber was, but he was doing the interviews at a Pride, whatever, a rally, I guess you could say. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, he was asking questions like, you know, do you think kids should be permitted to go to these rallies? You know, obviously they're all gonna say yes. You know what I mean? Because the children, the next generation, and they need to see this stuff. They need to understand and be open with it. I agree, but not a 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think like
Right.
if you're like 13, 14, you know what I mean, and you're like sexually confused, sure.
Starting to kind of like get a grasp on
Right.
the world, or at least the world in your size.
Mhm.
Right? You're kind of like, okay, this is how like that's when I started like, oh shit, this is how things work.
Mhm.
If I do this, people will get upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just very weird, and especially growing up in the part of the country that I did,
Mhm.
it was super alien to be gay. Like being gay was seen as like the devil.
Mhm.
Wrong, it is evil.
Yeah, I get it.
I was the first person in my family I've ever told. And it was very out of the blue. I was not expecting it. I was like, why are people so mad at gays? Like, I don't care if you
Yeah,
who really cares? Like, yeah, like I'm gay, and I was like, what?
Really?
It,
Oh.
it like threw me off, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that, and like all these synapses firing off my brain. Wow, so like it really is just who you have sex with. That's all it is.
Right.
Gay is not a personality.
Yeah.
It is
It's
nothing.
what you're sexually attracted to.
It's just who you want to be with. Won't watch a game with your homie. A little sloppy toppy afterwards.
Hey, more power to you. I
Don't
guess.
sound too bad to me, you know. But it's just, and then when my family learned about it,
yeah.
there was such a harsh backlash.
I bet. Yeah.
Towards him, it was like, I can't believe that you're doing this to us. Like it was like he's just chilling.
That kind of shit though, that I see is like, damn. You know what I mean?
And that shit like that hurt him.
Yeah, I bet.
It hurt me too because like, it hurt my mom.
Yeah.
Because she grew up. The Bible says this.
Yeah.
And then here comes my older brother, and he's like, "Hey, that's a big reason why I stepped back from Christianity as a whole."
Really?
Because it seems to like hold people down from ideas. Right? Because they're like not open to anything new. Very traditional in their way, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Can't keep doing.
Yeah.
You need to be able to be more accepting, which the Bible says to do, and then they misinterpret it.
Yeah. See, that's one thing too. Is like I've said this multiple times throughout my life so far. I guess more of like recent 6 years. I don't care if you're gay. Okay, I don't care. More power to you. That's all you. You know what I mean? But when you start pressuring me into doing things I don't want to do, you know what I mean? Or you're trying to catcall me, or you're touching me type shit, stay the fuck away from me. Okay? I feel like that's just human decency. I don't even feel like that has to do with prejudice. I feel like that's what kind of happened. Like opens my mind a little bit to the women's side of like the whole catcalling and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, it's uncomfortable, especially like. There's a biological prejudice. If you're not physically attractive to someone else, you know what I mean, you're not gonna feel comfortable them touching you. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is, cat call me all you want. All you're doing is boosting my ego.
True.
Don't
Fair
touch.
point.
Don't touch.
No, window shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking look, just don't touch. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there was a dude at work. I'm not gonna name, but he had tossed a key at another coworker, right? Coworker says, "Nah, I'll pick that up in a second." I go to pick up the fucking key. I get my ass slapped from a dude that's married. I turn. I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, what, bro? We're in the gravy." I'm like, no. I said, "Look, I get there's a stereotype and there's a joke, you know, with this branch." I was like, "But I'm not comfortable with that. Don't fucking do that again." You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. In our work, it's hard to gauge where everyone's line is at.
Mm-hmm.
How the big boys upstairs are like, don't do it to anyone, and you'll be fine, which is a really good touch anyone.
Yeah.
Even if you know them, don't fucking. Obviously, like if you know someone and they're fine with that, yeah, you get your ass slipped and you're okay with that. It's not gonna happen unless you know that someone's.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That has to be like a.
Because
It's interpersonal.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like your shop and my shop very.
Absolutely.
Call everyone by our first name.
Mm-hmm.
Super chill. We get stuff done. A lot more professional.
Yeah, strict.
And
thanks to big man, I guess.
and that's okay, but it's two different kind of cultures, even in the same work area.
I agree.
I don't hold that against him. I don't hold that against you.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
But at the same time, I think you handled that really well. Hey, again.
Bro, I was ready to Mike Tyson his ass. Show me. I was like, I was so ready, cause like that shit it is not. I'm not homophobic, nothing like that, nothing crazy, but when it comes down to human decency, bro, just like have a little bit of respect for somebody, especially if you don't like if they're not in the culture of your work center. Don't fucking do that to somebody that's outside. You know what I mean?
Just respect.
Right. How hard is that? You know what I mean? So, I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't think we really talked about Andrew Tate much, did we?
We talked about a couple of his
We mentioned
main points, and we got to branch off from that.
Mm-hmm. I can get back into it though, because I remember you asking me a little bit to talk about like what I thought about it.
Yeah, give me some more things on.
So, hopefully we don't stem away. Again, I'd like to keep it on topic. Not saying it was bad. That was a really good conversation. Holy shit, that was like 30 minutes long. That was good. My thing is, I agree with the fact that he's trying to bring back like healthy masculinity, like traditional. You know what I mean? If you're a man, fucking do your shit, work out, get your money, become high value. You know what I mean? For yourself, not for anyone else. Work for yourself. Do what you need to do. Prioritize your time. You know, be the person you know you can be. I respect that a lot. I really like that idea of what he's trying to push. You know, he's talking about the 10 supercars and 15 mansions and 45 bitches, and I'm gonna do the, you know, the e-cam stuff, and I'm gonna, that's his business, but yeah.
What is that?
So he has an e-cam website where he has women as he calls it his fuck, I forgot what it's called. His homestead. You know what I mean? His 3 mansions. Like that shit. He's
a porn manager.
Essentially.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, he has the cameras and the girls and blah blah blah. But he gets profit from them because that's the business.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the written contract. I don't like the fact of people trying to cancel him for that, because first of all, that's his business. That's his contracts. And the women are being held against their will to do it, and they agreed. Like, I think there was the most recent allegation he had that everyone's fucking talking about is how his house got raided because of a statement from a woman there that was misconstrued.
Oh, with pizza and stuff?
I think so, yeah, but she said more on the lines of, like, essentially what was misconstrued is she was saying that, like, this wasn't my first line of choice for work, but it pays the bills. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, like how she had said it, misconstrued as like she's being held against her will, blah blah blah. Like she doesn't want to be there. Like nobody should, you know, like shit like that, which kind of sucks.
No girl turns like 15 and was like,
right? Yeah.
No, it's just the same as like being being a waitress.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it pays the bills. You know what I mean?
Pays the bills. Obviously, there's your couple like statistical anomalies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, I do want to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do want to wait
tables.
tables.
I'm sure there's a handful
years.
that are gonna be like absolutely. The fucking what do you call them? The nymphos. And people that just love sex. You know what I mean? Like, sure, that's your profession. Fuck
that's
it.
your
Literally.
I'm not gonna get into it. In terms of cancel culture too, it's just
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with this person, so should everyone else.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yes, but that does. They don't look any further into it. Even YouTubers like to watch Game Grumps.
Yeah, dude, I remember them.
Yeah, remember they tried to cancel Dan Avidan. The whole thing that went down, and blah blah blah, and then like the girl came out and it was like, no, I was just upset. It didn't happen.
Well, that's what kind of sucks about Vic Mignogna too.
I haven't heard about that. No.
He was the former voice actor for Broly. in the Dragon Ball films. So he also sang Dragon Soul from Dragon Ball Z Kai. Great fucking dude. I'll never skip that intro. I don't care how long I live. But the voice actress for Bulma. This was back in like 2016. So we're clear to talk about it, I guess. But she had came out with like sexual harassment allegations and pretty much canceled his entire career. You know what I mean? Because he was also the voice. You ever seen Fullmetal Alchemist?
Yeah.
He was the voice actor for
big strong guy.
He was the blonde main character. What the fuck is his name?
Oh,
Elric.
Yeah, Elric.
Yeah.
The Elrich brothers.
Yeah.
Elvon.
No, the blonde one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a voice actor for that one too. He's a great voice actor, dude. Love the guy.
Quite the range.
Yeah, he's so good at what he does, dude. His work was so amazing. It broke my heart, bro, when I heard that they started replacing his voice acting in like games and shit like that because of what had happened. Like Funimation canceled him so quick. Like I felt so bad for the dude, and he was like, you could tell he was super passionate about his job too. You know what I mean? Like he was like every single one of his videos. It wasn't like the crocodile tears. You know what I mean? When someone cries and they're just doing it for rapport. Like this dude was actually crying, and I felt it. You know what I mean? That's how you know that shit's real. You know?
That's his livelihood. That's his job.
That's his atmosphere. That's his life. You know?
It
was great.
What did the allegations come out?
They still can like, it was misconstrued. You know, it was he had made some sort of joke at her, and then she took it the wrong way. And then completely canceled him. But it turns out, like, he wound up coming out with the videos and stuff. It was like, I never meant to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I was just doing my line of work. I just made, you know, kind of a crude joke. I'll take accountability for that. But it was no harmful intent. I didn't want to hurt anybody, you know? And that's what sucks, because you have good people like that have the good line of work, and they do their job, and they have passion for it, you know what I mean? And they get canceled like that because somebody has an agenda, you know what I mean? So we got back off topic, god damn it. But that does go back into, you know, Andrew Tate's stuff though. Like, yeah, he's playing a character. I feel like, you know, like not
of course you
not exaggerate, not super exaggerating. I feel like most of the stuff he says, like about his personal life, you know,
sometimes he's playing devil's.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's very clear when he does it.
Yeah, you can tell when he breaks character. It's fucking great. It's like, it's genuine, and it's like, it's honestly humorous, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's playing the character. It's good. It's working, you know what I mean? But I do agree with how he's taking the internet by storm, and he's really trying to push for the young men to really understand, like, don't play into this fucking, like, toxic feminism. Don't get into this shit, you know, where women are controlling you just because they feel like they have something over you. You know what I mean? Like, you have biological power and strength. You have the cultural expectation is it's your wallet, your choice. You're making the money, you're providing for the family, you know what I mean? Like, do what you need to do. And I like that a lot, and it's really helped me reprogram everything and reprioritize like what I need to do as a man, you know what I mean? Because I've had it for a while where, yeah, I want the family, I want the white picket fence, you know what I mean? I want to be able to provide for them. I want to sustain a household where I can be respected in my own home. You know what I mean?
Want that American dream.
Yeah.
Everyone wants it. It's something you got to work for, and that's why it's.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be.
It's only true when you sleep. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna win it with the participation award. You gotta hard work and do what you need to do.
Yeah, and I've really taken that shit to heart, and that's why I even started this podcast. I'm trying to branch out. You know what I mean? I want to speak my mind. You know what I mean? Even if I get canceled or whatever, I'm going to keep trying. You know what I mean?
Podcast is it's a great way to just like get to know people and also put yourself out there.
100% agree.
Once it's on the internet, you're gonna be getting comments. People are gonna say this thing and that.
Yeah.
Things even in this episode, I'm sure a lot of people.
Some points rather they're here or there, but it is what it is. I mean, that's just the internet. You know what I mean? You can't expect everyone to agree with you.
Exactly, and nor should you.
No.
I expect backlash.
No, I feel like that's good though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying controversy is like required.
No, it's not.
And I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing it for shits and giggles. I mean, I like that stuff. I mean, we haven't spoke much before today.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
and
we barely knew each other.
We got to know a lot about each other within this hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15.
Yeah, man. Like, that's how it goes. So, I mean, that's what I want to do with people here at this facility. Is that I want to. That sounds really dark, but you know what I'm trying to say. I want to get more people involved.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, honestly. Well, yeah, I want to get more people involved. I want to know my community around me. You know what I mean? I've got people lined up probably for the next like 4 or 5 videos. You know what I mean? People just I feel like it's good though. I mean, this is an outlet for people to be able to speak their mind. You know what I mean? And genuinely have a good conversation. And if there's gonna be, political discourse, I mean that's fine too. I mean I like a good debate. I'll be honest. I'm not saying I like arguing, but I like having it's civil, not political. Sorry, civil discourse where you can openly discuss what you agree and disagree with, and be content with the results. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna not respect somebody just based off of what they think. You know what I mean? Now, unless you're directly impacting me, it's a different story. But if we're just disagreeing on things and we agree on some other things, it's more power to us. You know what I mean? It's cool. I mean, that shows the culture between individualism. It shows that everyone is different. You know what I mean? So, anything else you want to talk about?
I think that about does it for me.
Yeah. I think we are about at time. I'll be able to split this episode up into two 45-minute episodes.
It's already a 2-parter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
episode 2 parts. I like that. But with that being said, everyone that tuned in, thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate the engagement, or for what it's worth.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Honestly, I kind of sound shitty for saying, but I wasn't expecting that such good of a conversation. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
that was good.
I'm a really good talker when I want to be.
I like that. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I will see you next episode. Peace.